Second session.
Please be seated. Okay.
Your Honor, if I can I call one from this morning's docket, Celeste Johnson?
Sure.
It's number 16.
I don't have my notes or anything with me, though.
I say that, but let me pass that, Your Honor. She's here. It was a failure to appear. I was going to support to recall the case because we've got a
Okay.
signed plea agreement, so I'll let the court know when she gets here.
Okay, thank you. Who goes? You guys getting a fight over it? Mr. Lapel or Mr. Shaw? Who got here first?
I've got an inmate.
We're
Judge.
both late.
I'm waiting to hear from the state whether or not they want to accept my offer. So that's what I'm waiting on. So I can wait.
Okay, Mr. Shaw.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon.
Tim Shaw for Jaden Keith Bartley, 2020 CF 945C. Of course, the judge, it's a VOP. We had left it on for today in hopes of resolution in accordance with the recommendation of the PO. The state's not there yet, so we were asking to just put it on for a full evidentiary. We didn't put it on for the actual evidentiary for today.
Okay, so we will continue this matter for an evidentiary, and we're going to do a to-be-determined time and have you contact my judicial assistant. Will be in the afternoon of one of our miscellaneous days.
Thank you, Judge.
And how long do you anticipate? And just let Eileen know that when you call, how long it'll, if it's going to be an hour or half hour or 2 hours or whatever.
Next,
I would, you're asking how long?
No, you don't have to answer today. Don't worry.
Okay.
I just saying when you call Eileen.
Yes, Your Honor, we will.
Judge Tim Shaw for Patrick Sammy Broadnax. That is 23 CF 14F. Mr. Broadnax, we put him on today. And it's not a VOP, it's a new law about the arresting officer and victim in the case is no longer with the Fort Walton Beach Police Department. We are anticipating getting a Brady Giglio list with his name on it. I don't think it's come out yet. So I think the state's aware of that, and I believe she's going to be meeting at the state attorney's office with how they want to resolve this matter.
That's
So what do we need to do for today?
Just put it on for pretrial, regular pretrial.
Regular pretrial, so come back on 410?
That's fine.
Okay.
Well, he's out of custody. Do you want to?
Oh, no, 4-8, I'm
4-8.
sorry.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
My bad. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. And we'll do that in the morning. No.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. LaPella, has the state responded yet?
No, Your Honor.
No?
Not yet, I'm waiting.
Okay.
Your Honor, I can take two real quick.
Sure.
I've got Teresa Gore, I think it should be 10 on the docket.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Ms. Gore before the court. We are still trying to get some of the obligations worked out on probation. The state's agreed to continue this case without subpoenas.
So should we continue to our regular cycle?
It's a VOP, so
It's a VOP?
Yes, Your
19th?
that's fine, Your Honor.
That's fine, Judge. Thank you.
Continue to 3/19.
Yep. And that's 9 o'clock in the morning, correct, Your Honor?
Correct.
And the next I've got, Your Honor, is going to be Johnny Hill. Should be number 11 on the docket, Your Honor.
Correct?
Likewise, we're trying to get some of these obligations finished. If we can continue Mr. Hill's cases without subpoenas, Your Honor.
Okay. So we'll continue it to 3/19 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Ms. Farkas, are you good for snow?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have two clients this afternoon, Christopher Cluster and Holly Snowden.
Okay?
They are both incarcerated, so we can start with whomever.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
What about Gus Curley?
Yes, I'm sorry. I also have Gus Curley and Mr. Kleins, Anthony Kleins. Anthony Kleins is out of custody, so we could do his case while we wait for
That'll
the.
work, because they gotta swap
Yep.
them out.
Okay, you can come
Sorry, I
forward.
was looking only at my jail
That's all
list.
right. We'll keep you straight.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is Anthony Kleins, one docket before you, 2022 CF 1942. I believe this is his first time appearing with an attorney on the VOP. I don't know if he's already entered a denial, but he will enter a denial today, and we'd request the next court date so I can
For some
discuss it.
reason, I have on here notes that there was an admission already. So what did we do with it, with the admission? We didn't resolve, we just admitted? I don't know why that would have been.
Don't know why that would have happened.
I don't
I
think
was
so.
not yet assigned.
We'll just continue it, but the
Thank you.
court's not gonna hold you to, I don't, that doesn't make any sense.
Thank you, Your Honor,
Um,
appreciate it.
So we'll come back on 3/19 at 9 a.m.
And this was Klein's?
Klein, yeah. With an S.
And set for 319 without subpoenas?
I'm sorry?
No subs without subpoenas?
Without subpoenas, correct.
Thank you. Klein's.
Your Honor, I have Christopher Cluster next.
Okay?
He's approaching the podium. Excuse me, Your Honor. This is Christopher Cluster, docket 2022 CF 2679. This is a violation of probation. He also has a misdemeanor docket 2023 MM 3830 that is addressed in the agreement that the state and the defense have reached.
You've
If
done
I
a
could-
universal settlement?
Yes, Your Honor. If I can have my client sign it, that we have discussed this at length,
Very good.
and then I'll approach with it. Okay. If I could approach, Your Honor?
You may. Thank you.
Your Honor, the agreement is for an admission on the VOP with 6 months at OCJ, credit for all time served, in the previously adjudicated guilty misdemeanor, 2022 CF 2679, an adjudication of guilt in 2023 MM 3830, revoke and terminate supervision in the 2022 docket, concurrent credit for time served, $50 cost of VOP, $200 in public defender's fees, $270 in court costs, and any unpaid monetary obligations would go to judgment 6 months after release.
State.
Your Honor, I spoke with Ms. Basso, and she let me know that was the agreement. That is the state's agreement.
Okay. Mr. Cluster, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, speaking to that mic for me. You heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, and I see those same terms are in the written agreement that you've signed. Have you gone over, have you read this?
Yes, sir.
And you gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes.
Be sure you understand all the legal ins and outs. By entering this plea agreement, you're waiving some valuable legal rights. Just want to make sure you're aware of that and you're okay with it. Waiving the right to go to a trial, force the state to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, confront witnesses. Those are all constitutional protection. We often forget about them, but there they sit. But in order for you to waive those, you need to do that voluntarily. Is that, you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you believe this is in your best interest to have a final resolution in this manner?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. And you had all your legal questions answered by your
Yes, sir.
attorney? Okay. Very good. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea agreement. There'll be an admission of the VOP, And you were previously adjudicated guilty on the misdemeanor in 22 CF 2679, and an adjudication of guilt in the I have a question.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you were adjudicated guilty to a misdemeanor in 22 CF 2679, that's a felony. Was it a lesser included? The CF is a felony. You said, here, it says misdemeanor, guilty to misdemeanor, adjudicated guilty to misdemeanor in 22 CF 2679.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Your
So
Honor,
it's
they
a
reduced it to a
Lesser
misdemeanor
included,
battery.
okay, good.
Yes,
So-
Your Honor, it's, the
So it is
records,
accurate. I just wanted to make sure it was like,
the records indicate that he did plead to a lesser included misdemeanor
Okay.
battery. It looks like, or he pled to count 2, which was a misdemeanor battery. Ms.
Okay.
Basso dismissed the child
Okay.
abuse charge.
so and there's an adjudication of guilt also in the other misdemeanor case, 23 MM 3830. The court will sentence to a revoke and terminate supervision. You'll get credit for time served on all counts concurrent, which means you're basically finished with supervision and incarceration. You have fees and costs that are contained in the plea agreement. You'll have 6 months to pay those after you get out, and then it'll go to collections. You want to pay them before it goes to collections so it doesn't ding your driver's license. Okay?
Yes, sir.
We don't need a score sheet because of misdemeanor?
Misdemeanor, Your Honor.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Gus Curley, counsel?
I don't have any information as to Mr. Curley's whereabouts.
Was Mr. Curley supposed to be here?
I believe he was, Your Honor, but I don't think that he's present. So, is that what you said?
State?
Your Honor, I am looking at his. Your Honor, on, the state's asking for a capias on January 18th. The minutes reflect that he appeared with counsel, and he was told to be here on February 22nd at 1:30 PM. It is currently 2:30 PM.
Court will issue a no bond capias. Mr. Curley. Who's next?
Snowden?
Snowden? Who is Snowden? Snowden is, Ms. Farkas.
Yes, Your Honor. This is Holly Snowden, docket 2019 CF 1894. I spoke with the state attorney on this case. Ms. Snowden has an application pending with Keaton, so I'm hopeful that we'll be able to work something out. I'd ask for a continuance so that I can continue negotiating with the state attorney and waiting on her application.
You just want to do a full cycle to, which is only April 10th? You can get it done before then, we can stick it on a miscellaneous.
That would be great, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, we want to get it resolved if we can.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm sorry? It says miscellaneous criminal. Okay, so it should then not go to the pretrial, it should go, maybe come to the 19th?
That works for us. I believe that there was already a denial entered a while ago.
Yes, there was a denial entered, and we'll come back on 3/19
Without subs?
without subpoenas.
Thank you. Judge, may I be excused until 4 o'clock?
You may.
Thank you.
What do we got it for?
We have a sentencing hearing.
Your Honor, I would say maybe now 4 o'clock, we may be able to handle that sooner depending on how.
We can do it sooner, that would really,
I'll stick around.
yeah.
I'm ready, Judge.
Mr. Lopel, come on.
Your Honor, I believe I'm done for today. May I be excused?
Fairfield?
May I be excused, Your
You
Honor?
may.
Say about
Thank you.
fines. What do we do with fines? I missed that whole thing.
I took a note. Hold on. 319 without subs.
Okay, thank you.
I think they spelled it out.
Is it time served misdemeanor or is it, okay.
Looking very bright this afternoon, Mr. LaPala. It's, all blue. It's good. It's calm. It's
Thinking
calm.
spring.
It's calming. It's very calming.
That's what I'm going for.
You just say you're anticipating spring, so.
I just have to consult with the state counter. Thank you, Your Honor. We'll get signed in agreement.
Permission to approach?
You may. Yes, sir. Thank you. Would you please announce the plea, Mr. LaPala?
Yes, I will. This is Dexter Bearfield before the court. The case number is 22 CF 353. He's going to be entering a plea.
Sorry. I've got 2518, 22 CF 2518.
I might have the wrong number. It is 251, right?
Okay.
Well, I just announced the wrong number.
That's all right. Just want to make sure they're correct. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, 22 CF 2518.
Okay.
Before the court, entering a plea of no contest to the violation of probation. The underlying charge is a misdemeanor, first degree. Pursuant to the agreement with the state, he'd be admitting the violation of probation. He would be adjudicated guilty of the violation, be sentenced to 120 days in the county jail with credit for all time served concurrent with any other incarcerative sentence. In addition, he'd receive stipulated credit from December 2nd, 2023. Violation of probation fee, I believe, is $100. Cost of prosecution, $100. His probation would be revoked and terminated, and he would have 90 days to pay those fees. Then they would go to collections. Or
That would be 90 days after he gets out of jail, right?
That would be ideal. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what date he's going to be released from jail.
Just
because I
put
don't
in
know
your
how
90
much-
days after release, just make
Oh.
sure it doesn't really help him much if he's in jail. Just stick that in there, I have to say, after release. That's all right, I appreciate it. Appreciate you typing them. You're a much better writer than some. Not gonna name names.
I've added that to the agreement, and my client agrees to the agreement.
Okay. Mr. Bearfield, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
In the stated agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Mr. Bearfield, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, and I see those same terms are contained in the written plea agreement that you've signed. So my first question is, did you read this closely?
Yes, sir.
And did you go over it in detail with your attorney? Make sure you had all your legal questions answered.
Yes, sir.
And you understand, importantly, you're waiving some valuable legal rights, the right to go to trial, force the state to prove their case, all that.
Sir.
Gone over that with your attorney, say, you believe this is in your best interest to do
Yes,
this?
sir.
Nobody threaten or coerce you to get you to enter into this, do they?
No, sir.
Free and voluntary?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept this, the plea agreement. There'll be an adjudication of guilt on this VOP, on the underlying charge, and you'll be sentenced to 120 days in the county jail. That'll be concurrent with any other incarcerative sentence. You'll get credit for all time served, and particularly from December 2nd, 2023 by stipulation. There's the VOP cost and fees, and probation will be terminated, so you don't have to worry about probation when you get out of jail. And you will, all the costs will be payable in 90 days after your release, and then it'll go to collections. That means it'll give you 90 days. If you don't pay them, they go after your driver's license and all that stuff, so it gives you a chance to get it done, okay? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, you got 90 days to appeal this, even though you just entered into it.
30 days.
What, 90? See, I went 90.
Yeah, I got 90.
30 days, 30 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. I think that leaves us with Scrivani.
Your Honor, if we can I recall Celeste Johnson from this
Okay,
morning's
yeah.
docket, number 16?
And, Your Honor, before we start Scrivani, we would like to approach.
Sure.
She was supposed to be here
What's
this
the case number?
23 CF 1459.
Madam Clerk, do you get that? Because we're gonna, I think they're gonna ask for a withdrawal of the capias.
We are, Your Honor. We have a plea agreement to be filed as well, if I may approach, Your Honor.
Okay?
So we're going to do two things.
You okay with the score sheet?
No objection, Your Honor.
Would you announce the plea agreement?
If I can, first, Your Honor, this time we'd ask the court to withdraw the capias that the court issued earlier.
Court will withdraw the capias.
At this time, Your Honor, Ms. Johnson will be entering a plea no contest as charged in 23 CF 1459, State of Florida versus Celeste Johnson. She was adjudicated guilty, sentenced to 48 months of probation, $615 in court costs, $150 with offender fee, required to do a substance abuse evaluation within 120 days, and your recommended treatment within 150 days, random urinalysis, waive costs of supervision. The reason I gave her a little bit longer to complete that and get it started, Your Honor, is Ms. Johnson's going to try to transfer probation out of state, and I wanted her to have time to try and get there if she gets there before that time runs out.
Okay. State?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Johnson, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Ms. Johnson, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement. And I see those same terms are in writing, and you've signed it, and I see there's all kinds of scribbles on it, which generally means that you went over it in detail with Mr. Gates,
Yes, sir.
okay? And did you get all your questions answered about the plea agreement in your discussion with Mr. Gates?
I had quite a few questions, yes, and I didn't get them answered.
Did you get the did you get the answer? The key I want to see, make sure you got the answers, though.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you understand you're waiving some valuable rights, the right to go to a trial, the right to force the state, but,
Unfortunately, yes, I do understand.
I'm sorry?
Yes, sir, I do understand.
Okay. And you believe this is in your best interest to enter into this? You're entering this freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. There'll be an adjudication of guilt, and the court will sentence the defendant to 48 months probation. You got the fees and costs that are contained in here. Importantly, there'll be a substance abuse evaluation required within 120 days. And any recommended treatment must begin within 150 days, and it'll be subjected to random UAs throughout the probationary period. And the
Yes,
court
sir.
will waive the cost of supervision during this period. And there will be, there'll be an adjudication of guilt. That's on here.
Yes,
Okay, any questions, ma'am?
No, sir.
Okay. I'm sure he's talked to you about how to transfer and whatnot, and the probation will work with you on that. Mr. Losco?
I apologize, Judge, I'm just standing in anticipation for our next case.
Okay, you're good. You're fine. Okay.
We can approach on the next case, state with Ron.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview